All right, happy Friday. I think this is part 4. My last part was a little bit short. I didn't have a lot going on. I didn't have a lot to say. But happy Friday. We got all of those switch actuators put back in. That last one, I call it the Playboy Grotto, but that's where it belongs, right in here. That was the other one I was forgetting. Good news, Steve Young and Jimmy delivered from the Pinball Resource today. So look at the camera when I talk, I suppose. But we have those coming in tonight, so we can get some of that pop bumper stuff put back together. We got the coil for the chime units, so I suppose I should quit talking and start chalking, huh? Go ahead and get right to work. I was going to put some music on for myself. Maybe I'll do that in a second. I kind of forgot about that. Well, I can tell you this chime unit has not been taken apart at all because those screws are in there pretty tight. So got quite a bit of a mess going on down here. We'll kind of push some stuff out of the way. Make room for another mess. And just like I've been doing in the past, the Twitch live stream, obviously that's just going to go all the way through, but for YouTube, the recording that I'm making, I'm just going to try and pause it anytime I step out of the room or something like that, so you don't have to sit there and wait for me to come back and skip ahead, because I can just pause it. So that's kind of a nice feature. Suppose I should text a couple people right now, letting them know to tune in if they wish. Maybe let me get down here and grab this out of here, these screws. And I'm working on my alibi for fumbling because I had a massage this afternoon, so my hands are kind of covered in oil. So from that perspective, if I get the dropsies, I don't have to feel too guilty. Okay, that was just held on by one screw. So it's been a while since I've done a chime unit. Who knows, maybe I'm not even needing to take this apart. I should have brought all my screwdrivers in here, but I didn't. So after that, it would seem logical that take those 4 off there, and then I can get to that coil. I like it when they have the Molex plug on there. Actually, let's do this. 1, 2, 3. I'm going to take a picture of that so I can disconnect it completely. I could almost do like a bench repair on this and grab a camera and put it on the bench. Camera. Get my wire colors. I could do that maybe. Alright, let me go grab the rest of my tools here. I think my nut drivers are right over there, so this won't take long. Just hit pause. You should have said something to me. They're sitting right here on the Indiana Jones, but now I'm trying to find a work surface that I could use to do this repair on. I could do it maybe right here. I don't want to do it down in the inside of the game. I want to do it up higher. So, I don't know. Kind of making this up as we go. So I got a picture of that. So I can take these out. Ooh, ouch. That tab came off. I don't want to replace 2 coils. I just want to replace 1. It's very common for that to happen. If I can reseat that, that's ideal. So now I need to get a work surface. That broke off too. That wasn't good. But we can maybe solder them on or resolder the tab. So what do I want to do here? Got a Captain Fantastic playfield right here I can use. Actually, better yet, here, look at this. Perfect. There, how's this? Can burn this right here. And then, let me do that. So maybe have a little bit more emphasis on this right here. Okay. There we go. That's better. So, when I was unplugging this, I broke a wire off one of the plugs here. So this coil is kind of compromised, debating if I want to replace it or not. Or if I even need to. So this I can fix. That could either be soldered. Maybe we'll just solder it on, because that's not the common. This is the common right here. A lot of the times these tabs just pull right out. And I bet you that's the case. It'll just push right back in. Put it back in its home like that. There we go. That's fine. Not compromised at all. What am I saying? So I don't know if anybody can see all that. Is that a good angle? I don't know. If I get too worried about the production quality, did I take it off pause? Yeah, I did. If I get too worried about the production quality, I'm never going to get any work done. And after this, I have 2 more games coming in, so I have to step it up. Can't dilly-dally. So I'll have to save this foam in the future for... That was inevitable. I thought I took those out. Is there any more? Yes, there are. Just looking to see what's missing, what's not. I think they have rebuild kits for these too, don't they? Yeah, there should be like some stoppers or grommets down below. We'll check that out when we get there. Those actually seem relatively intact, so that's fine. Meanwhile, let's plug our soldering iron in. Alright, we're heating things up. Make sure we're not on any wires. Good, good. Okay, that's easy. I'm going to reuse the sleeve that came with it because the one that was sent to me was the wrong one. It wasn't the wrong one, but it was assumed that I would need a different style coil sleeve. So let's take that out. Where's my rag? Can't use the same sleeve, can I? Because it's melted. Yeah, nuts on the back side holding me back. Anyone know what these are for? I'm going to set these aside because I don't know what they're for. We'll figure that out when we reassemble. There's 3 of them, probably one for each chime. This kind of stays together there. So now we're waiting on iron to disconnect that. Get that heat up for a second. Oh, what do we got going on? All right. We're back. So we got a new sleeve. I don't think it has to be tapered. I mean, I could just put a regular sleeve in there, but then it would probably slide around a little bit. So we have to have some sort of support. So we're going to we got a free coil sleeve out of the deal. Going to go exactly like that. Now, it's not as long, but I think with the plunger we should be more than enough. I mean, it's not going to rest. Plenty, that's fine. Should get some of those plungers on hand too. Let's take this old one out. Are we hot enough? I bet you we are. My foot off the cord. Yes, it is. A5195, A5185. Might as well secure it first. Yeah, that change in coil sleeve length is not going to be a concern. The diode, on the other hand, is going to go away. Can I get that from here? Yeah, I can. Would have been more convenient to do it earlier. Let me see if I can do it real quick. Yep, I can. There's one. We cut the coil, just kidding. So if you're smart, you cut it first, but I was thinking I could do it without. We got free coil sleeves, we got free diodes. There we go. We'll use that diode on something else. Alright, so where are we at? Get that definitely out of the way. Get the other screw run through here. I could use a nut driver if I had to, but I think I can use my fingers and they can just grab on. Let's see if that works. Might need a. No, I think we're good. Yeah, I'm gonna use one just in case. Larger than that for sure. Larger than that. Perfect size. Something to grab onto. So now we should have all of our chimes working. Oops, don't want to do that. Another chunk of rubber coming out. These things kind of wear out, so we could replace that foam, which I don't have. I don't think I have something that could substitute for that. We should get something under there at some point. I'll do that later. Just going through my mental Rolodex of what I might have. I know they have rebuild kits for those. But good connection. Sure we're not rubbing on anything that'll burn. Good, good, good. Alright, I like that. Oh, what could I do to give that more of an insulation on there? I'm going to have to think of something and maybe I'll take it apart again later. So that's all secure. I want to clean that. It's real dirty in there. Why not? It's not gonna. You're not gonna see it. No one's ever gonna see it or look at it probably. But you know what? Clean it up, make it look nice. Okay, these spacers here. I see. They fell right off of here. That's not a big deal. I don't need to put those plungers in just yet. Those can go in anytime. Longer. One more screw. Alright, that looks more better. Now we gotta secure those wires a little bit better. Here's the old one. That sleeve's not going anywhere, that's melted in there. That's garbage. So I'm going to get a better workstation set up here. This is my temporary office space. I'm getting some stuff moved around in the house, so my work area is kind of confined to in here for now. So we'll get something more presentable soon. It's kind of the old foam. I can get some better foam in there. So from a memory perspective, I should be able to wire these up pretty easily. Let me take a look on my phone. No pictures, I don't want that. So I'm going to do brown on the far left, that's the one that broke off. Where'd my spool go? There it is. followed by the plastic wire. This is the tab that pulled out, but again, it's not an issue. Just clip it on there. You know what? I might just re-terminate it with solder. I don't want to push in on it like that. Make sure it's my proper. That's without the green. Okay. I'm just looking at the picture that I took. Followed by the green tab on our new coil, so I don't know if that factory blob of solder is going to be a problem. Let's see if it is. Probably not. That's good there. And the green, that'd be the white, brown, green, I guess would be the technical term. That on there without damaging the coil. Before I put that back in there, I've got some wire I want to solder on here. I already got the first pop bumper on, so let's go ahead and solder on the lighting for that one. There's the old tab. Go right there. Now just check my cameras, make sure my cameras are happy. I'm going to be looking at that right there, so I suppose I can angle this down a little bit for now, since we're looking at pop bumpers. Yeah. Taking up space on YouTube. If anyone actually watches this all the way through, let me know. I doubt, I'm guessing most people are just going to skip around or go to something that they're interested in. I notice usually a couple people stop in during the live stream, but that's about it, and that's fine. But it's like, hey, I got the cameras, I got the technology. YouTube's free, it's free to record and upload. Anything, I'm just talking to myself. It's not a bad thing. I guess you maintain your sanity that way, which by any measure I don't have much left of. This wire gauge is pretty high, as you may notice, but that's okay because we're doing LEDs and we're at the mercy of one bulb. So get some insulation off of here. There we go. I heard a twang on a switch, but that's alright. That's why we go through these things thoroughly, play them hard before they leave. These wires out of the way. Something to do while you got the iron plugged in. And this guy here is kind of weird, so let's pull that back here. We're going to just discontinue this wire right here. I don't know if they twisted. I don't understand the purpose of that, so we're going to get rid of that completely. And then from there, we'll push this in this direction. We'll just start a new piece. I go easy there. there on the strippers. There we go. I want to get everything out of the way. I don't want anything shorting out. Alright, there's one light. Unplug this iron, I just wanted to do that. So I have to reheat up again. Make sure everything's still looking good, which it is. Tighten this back down. Grommets back on there. And then we need the plungers. 1, 2, and one more. I'm not going to drop them until I know I got all 3. Alright. Gotta find that 3rd plunger. Alright, yeah, it was right in front of my... It's right on the Indiana Jones. Let's clean these up. These are a little bit dirty. We'll get some cleaner on there. One. I hear a garage door opening. Nope. Not mine. Alright. That's done there. I'm going to get the chimes on. I can't remember if they had nuts on here or not. Yes, they did. Need 6 total. Oh, who's calling me? Is this one of our loyal viewers? Yeah. I'm streaming right now. We have it's a call-in show, everybody. One of our viewers has just called me right now. So apparently not a very loyal viewer. He wasn't even watching. Okay. That's fair. Oh. Yeah, text me and let me know what your findings are on that. So. I'm on call, but yes, I am around. All right, cool. We'll see you. Bye. All right. Catch up on my messages here. Okay. All right. Oh, I just dropped a nut. We're professional over here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So let's do. Remember, we can't screw these up, right? Short. See that? Medium. And large. Squeak. I wonder what we should work on next. We could finish doing the pop bumpers, or we could finish doing the flippers. Got all the parts that I need for this game, I think. I'm not paused, am I? My biggest fear right now is that I pause the recording and then I keep doing something productive and then I forget to hit resume. I'm just gonna maybe finger tighten these a little bit more. I'm still finger tightening it, right? Ooh, it sounds so familiar. It sounds like a pinball machine. Now, if the owner doesn't want it so chiming, I think I could just crank down on him and it wouldn't twang as much. Alright, it sounds like a pinball machine. Dave picked up a bingo recently too. I want to talk to him. I need to stop over there and play that bingo, Dave. Ooh, look at all this hardware. I was a little bit disappointed the way these posts came out. So I think I either want to get some 3000 on them or do them some more. That doesn't meet my standards. Here's the regular flathead screws. Look how nice those turned out. And here's like the other ones. Like I need to clean those more. We can do a better job on that. We've got green pop bumper bodies we could do next. Maybe we could, let me wash my hands. Let me pause and wash my hands. And we can work on the pop bumpers. We have new parts for those too. All right, here we go. I'm gonna adjust my cameras again if we're gonna work on pop bumper stuff, but brand new pop bumper bodies. That's how it needs to be. The original ones are in pretty good shape, but they're pretty old. So let's do this. Let me put my, let's do that there. And we'll come down like that. Maybe we'll, let's do this. I can kind of rebuild them here in front of you down here, and then we'll pan back up, and then we'll drop them in the playfield. So I'll be working a little bit off screen because I have some of my used parts right here. What's going on here? So I've got a snap. Okay, I see what's going on. They look a little bit different. Oops. Yeah, look at the difference on that. I mean, isn't that worth it? Kind of need to get a junk drawer going here because that's for my other game. Switch just rolled underneath there. So just so you can compare the old ones, and we need, what's next, everybody? The ring and rod assembly, right? Is that right? If it's wrong, we'll find out soon enough. We're going to do that. Followed by a spring. No. Followed by a wafer. And this one's got the pointy point on it, and the other one does not, so we can't get it backwards. But this one we can get backwards, so I have to make sure that's correct. And then the screw holes, I have to do this right. There's a right and a wrong way now to do this. So if I'm going to come in at this angle, the light bulb, okay, the hardware's coming in. Hardware's coming in on these two screws. So if I go like that, I don't think I can do it wrong. I can't get that wrong, but I just got to make sure that if I put my wafer on there, we just put it on that direction. So that's cool. Drop a spring. And put the other piece up. I see them off to the side. Do that. And this and this and that. Got our spring in there. I don't know what you call that piece. Alright, so I have my crap. Where'd I put those screws? I was cleaning up the... Yeah, here's my old guides. We got all new guides. I'm really excited about that. We got these here. We need 1, 2, 3. I need one more. There's 4. These are all going to go in the garbage. Eventually. Alright. We got that there. And I need an LED. I need an LED bulb. Goes there. Goes there. Clean any type of dirt that I put on there by dragging it across that. That one's Corning. Did I mention Steve Young Pinball Resource? Get your Gottlieb parts. Big thank you to Steve Young for continuing to support the pinball hobby. Offering Gottlieb parts. Not sponsored at all, but we like doing business with them so much, we'll give them a plug. Tell them you watched our video or whatever. I don't know. Okay. Don't cross the streams. Okay, that goes there. Line that up. Looks pretty good. We can secure that with some hardware. And a screwdriver. Alright, you guys aren't paying attention. You're not telling me where I leave my stuff. Move the playfield forward a little bit. Push that back in, get the screw started. And pray that we don't pinch anything. So far so good. This wire I cut out, I'm going to guess it goes right here. We'll leave that there because it's kind of a sign for where I need to go. I need to go to the liquor store. Just kidding, I'm not drinking these days. Oh, I need that there. This is the camera that I maybe want to angle up and over more. Ew. Towards the game. Let me do this. That looks better. Nice and tight. We'll go through doing all the fine adjustments a little bit later. One of those screws looks like it's in a lot more than the other. It's because it is. Alright. Get these wires routed. We'll solder those on probably before we put the body back on, if we can. Just need to make sure we route it properly. And then let's do, that's the middle one, let's do the far side. That's going to be hard, I might have to go around. Oh, can I sneak through? Yeah, I can. We're professional over here. I can. Let's get another brand new in the box pop bumper body. I love doing that. I'm weird. If you like normal people, you're on the wrong channel. Uh-oh, I gotta find a spring. I gotta find a spring. I was moving everything over in a short time. Oh wait, it's already there. See, look, I feel like I'm not organized, but it turns out I am. That, and this. Nice. I'm gonna go around for this one. So I gotta make sure that pointy thing points towards the top of the game. Oh, I forgot a bulb. Where's my bulb? Go ahead and string that through here. Nice and center. You don't want it to bother the skirt, because otherwise it's going to not reset properly or not push down properly. It's going to be fun. I'm kind of in between a rock and a hard spot. Technically, I'm in between a door and a pinball. See which side goes where. The white side goes on one side, the brown goes on the other. Make sure I'm not crisscrossed. Alright, that looks fun. Unscrew in. That looks good. Could solder those wires back on too. Get everything adjusted a little bit later. Guessing this orange one, this goes like this goes like that. And this orange probably goes right to that socket, so we'll just take the orange wire out and redo it with the new wire. So maybe, let's do this. It'd probably be easier to do this with the bodies off. So let's heat up that iron again. Take care of that, then we'll put the bodies on. Or the brackets, not bodies. Those are already on. Ow. Plug this guy in again. I got plenty of batteries on me too, so if the light goes out, we got backup. If everything crashes at once, it's because I unplugged everything. So I'll plug this in, so right here. That's going to go over well, I can already tell. Wait for that iron to heat up. Borg Dog, so I see somewhere that you're not keeping this game. Such a fun game. Correct, I am not. Because it's not mine. It was never mine to begin with. So, unfortunately. But our goal here is to bring pinball to the people. So, we're here to do refurbishment. We got 2 more coming in. So I got to get cracking on this one. We had one leave last week. So it's getting to be the time of the season. So maybe while the iron heats up, I could look for the rest of those brackets, which are down here. We already got those cleaned up. That was easy. Should find the hardware for those too. I wonder if that's it. Those don't look like it. That's for the brackets going onto the plate, and the smaller ones are for the plungers. Alright, so we got most of what we need. I think for one, these 2 guys right here is for one. This one I need 1 more. I got 4. That might be all the hardware. There might be 1 straggler, like this. Alright, so iron's heating up. We're going to put the rest of those LEDs on. We're going to solder those on. I need my cutters. Everyone can remind me where I set all my tools. Scotty VH, haven't seen you in a minute. Good to see you again. We're just looking for my... There they are. So, okay. I want to make that shorter, and I don't want it to rub into other things. I'd almost like to reuse that staple if I could. I can just kind of pry it out a little bit. There we go. I'll do that right there. It's a nice place to solder it. That's too long. I don't want that rubbing into things and shorting out, so I'm going to make it significantly shorter. Which is a pain in the butt in the short term. Whoa, it's like I got like 4 arms coming out of the cameras, so I'm still trying to figure out the whole camera situation, so bear with me. Let's see how this goes. Get some of that insulation off there. It's always harder to strip off the cloth insulation than the plastic. There we go. Take off a little bit more. I hate cloth insulation for doing rework. There we go, peel it back. That way it's kind of close to the main wiring harness and I don't have to worry about it getting in the way of anything and shorting out. So I got my brackets going to be 1, 2, and 3, so we can kind of sneak it right through here. So we'll take this off, prepare it. There we go. Make sure I didn't damage I want to make sure my connection's not shorted or damaged up on top of the playfield. So I can maybe utilize that staple again. Kind of use that as a little capture device. There we go. Nice. So Dave, I can't see the chat from here. I just got the live camera view up, so I can't see the comments. Right now I'm just pushing some of that insulation back. I want to get a good connection. That's almost too long. Let's pull back a little bit. I'm waiting for that iron to heat up more than anything. There we go. Beautiful. Get a little drop on there. Bring it all the way back to the base. That was easy. I don't torch my handle, thank you. Yeah, that's going to end poorly if something goes flying, so we'll set that solder right there. That's good there. So this guy here is going to be a little bit easier to do because we're going further out of the way. So we're going to sever that connection right there, and we're going to bring it maybe right about there, so I'm going to cut it right about here. Again, this is for the LED. Really thin wire, so I'm going really easy on it. I don't have the proper stripper, but that's fine. I'm going to double it up. If I was smart, I'd do this a different way, but I'm not walking around there, so I don't have to worry about tripping on it. There. That's better. That's much better. Come in, we can reuse that staple again to help hold things down. Uh-oh, staple's cracking. Nope. Not a big deal here because we're pretty much free and clear of everything else. It's a hazard. We're going to have to move these wires over here to get to that socket though. You know what? Let me do this. Let me go over here. There's another socket that I think is common. Yep. No, that's worse too. Let me go under these wires here. Come around. Oh, this is so awkward. Oh, nice. I'm right on it. I kind of feel like an amateur with soldering because I'm like going in like this. Uh-oh, what was that? That's just my office light. I'll fix that in a second. That's not too bad. Give that a good tug to make sure it's happy. Cut the old one off. Get down out from up on top. That one's done. We got one more to do, so let's solder over there. Since I've been away from that motion sensor, the lights went out. Alright. So that one's going to go... That one's going to go on the GI ground. Or feature light ground, I think. So we'll get rid of this guy here. I already know where I'm going. Ballpark it. I don't want to tug too hard on it because those connections are fragile above the playfield. I don't know if you guys can hear me too well because I got my back to the microphones. So. It is what it is. I can go right here. That pushed in there more, otherwise it's going to pop right off on me. That older solder smells really good. I know that's bad to say. There goes my light that I care about. And we came prepared. Oh, somebody texted me. Is it Dave Lee? Nope. You get my which one? I don't know which is which. Work-related stuff. I'm in a work group of 3 people, and I'm the only one who only has one phone. I decided I don't want to carry 2 phones. So I was just texting my other guy to make sure that I have his personal number and his work number not mixed up, which I may have had mixed up at one point. Because I had to have his personal number when he first got hired. That's on. One more. Oh, this looks like fun. Double trouble here. You know what? I almost want to take that wiring harness off. Or the Jones plug off. Make my life easier. It's a little bit longer to do. Get that out of the way. That's got to be cleaned up. Again, I might want to shorten this up, but if this plug is going to be here, I don't want it to get in the way. I don't want it to short out on this plug, but I don't want it to short out on the plate either. So we'll keep it pretty close for now. Somewhere I have a stapler and I might get in there and re-staple it. Make sure I got those two mated together. And then we're going to cut. I can go over here or something like that. Just get that staple down there just for an example. Just to hold it in place for now. And we can cut that pretty short. Doesn't really matter how long it is because it's so secured now. Again, I try not to tug on the GI or tug on the wire that goes into the socket. Dave, you keeping up on the chats? I think you are. Oh. Yeah, they were talking about strippers. I'm not surprised. These are the only kind of strippers we have around here. I'm really excited to play this game. I haven't played it before. I just kind of finger tested the switches to make sure they worked, which they did. Gotta make sure we steer clear of that bracket once it goes on. There's festivities happening outside, and just making sure the festivities aren't coming over here. Trust me, they're not. Hold still. I need a little screwdriver support. There we go. Now, glad that's over. Don't need the iron now for a while. Plug that Jones plug socket back in. First I'm going to adjust my back. Ah, that's better. Old bodies into the garbage. I have to be paying attention to my work phone because I am on call this weekend. Let's do this. Let's get new sleeves on here. I want to reverse that hack at some point. I don't know if I can reach it or not, but let's see if I can. So this comes, I don't know if it's a hack or not, if they were modifying it or what they were trying to do. Gotta get new coil sleeves. I only have a couple left. That's thanks to Terry at Pinball Life, not sponsored, but we just appreciate him and his business. So I'm not looking for sponsors or memberships or money. I'm not looking for free stuff here. So. Even though Pinball Plus sponsors us. We're gonna go like that, and then like this and like this, right? Is that right? Is this how you put that back together? I don't know. That looks right. And then that goes there, and this goes here. Could it be that easy? Have I only done this a few hundred times? Little screw. Little screw. My blue stripper. This is Twitch, not another website. Okay. So we got that there. Now we got to pay attention, make sure we get that wafer right in between where it needs to be. rod was probably bumped over the time I was having out of the game. So that looks good, that looks good, that looks good, that looks good, that looks good. And my camera's pointing where they should be. Yeah, I feel bad because I have, maybe I should set the other microphone up on top because I got my back to both of them, so. I don't know. Let me do this, here. If I drop it, plug your ears because it's going to be loud. We're professional over here. There we go. I don't know if that's going to help or not, but hopefully it does. Oh, we didn't tighten that down, did we? Shoot. Shame on me. Wasn't paying attention. Everyone's wondering, what's the strategy behind that? You didn't tighten that down. There we go. We want to make sure that's close to the bracket. There we go. That's the right way of doing things. That's why you play the heck out of a game too. Make sure it's adjusted properly. Alright, that looks more better. Keep that in there, don't drop on me. Thank you. Oh, that looks good. This last one, we got 3 screws total. Don't fall out, don't fall out. I'm the screw whisperer. Make sure we're not pinched anywhere, good. One more. We should have 5 screws total, the big heads and the little heads. I'm going to go around to the other side and do the other one. Rinse and repeat. There. Uh-oh, where's my ring and rod? Oh, it's already in the game. Just checking. There. Backwards. Not backwards. Small screw, small screw. Tighten all the way, tighten all the way. Alright, more better. Yep, there we go. Oh, gotta make sure that piece gets in there properly. Come on, get in there. There you go, just like that. That's better. Proper adjustment is important. dragging low on that side, so I'm going to do this one first to kind of square it off. I can't feel where I need to be, so I'm going to do the side that I do know. I can start my third one. Is the sun going down already? What time is it? 7? Well, it's cloudy out too. We're getting a lot of rain. So. That's tight. That's tight. That's tight. So now, before I forget, I made a decision, something that should be done going forward. I'm going to pause this and get the part that I want to show you. Alright, so I found my new neoprene nuts. I've got some new ones right here. Here's the old ones. The old ones are probably fine, but I want to replace them. Yeah, they're on there pretty good. I feel that they're secure. But for what they cost, like this would be something maybe we could put on a chime unit or something that's worn out or something that's easily accessible. But something that gets jostled a lot, let's put new nuts on. Extra security. Not that that made a difference for adjustment, but it's the old one. Down here, who's texting me? Alright. It's better. New ones. Didn't have to take the old ones off because I knew I was going to do it. Is that on there right? Okay, good. Don't want to cross thread it. Tighten all 4 of them down. This is the thing I keep looking at. I don't think I can make it, and I have to make something else. I have to have another solder joint on there. Let's get that joint plug back on. Find my flat. There's my flat. Let's see. Do I want to point that any direction differently? Not really. So they only had this held on by 2 screws, if you can believe it. that's done. I have flipper bats that just came in the mail. Let's check those out next. Gonna clear my work surface here a little bit. This is all garbage. I'm just gonna... Alright, we remember which flipper bat was on the right hand side because it had a newer style, and this is the proper one on the left, but they're just old. So, I'll remove the old ones and put new ones on. That's pretty straightforward, right? Right. Come on, there you go. Just a little bit of dust. Let me clean that off. So one time you can clean something, why not take advantage of it? Doesn't that look better? Both the same style. So just because of these cutouts and things are congruent with each other so they agree when they go back in, go ahead and drop this in the proper flipper. Just roughly, we'll tighten it down later. Clean that up. All right, there we go. Lined up. Yes. We did flipper sleeves on, we did coil sleeves on these two, I think, already. Did all of those right there. These are tightened down. We've got this guy here. I spent a bit of time on it. I was getting frustrated with it, so it should be. Ah, yes, got some nice lubrication on there. Stepping through beautifully. So we'll get the clip on that. Oh, I can get an LED bulb in there. Oh, maybe I'll take it off later when we do light bulbs. I just want to get this out of the way. I don't want to damage it. All right, should we bring the playfield down, work on the top side a little bit? So not really much to do on the bottom side right now. More garbage. I need more room. More garbage. All right, we got the playfield put down. Still got some more cleaning to do here and there, but we can start our reassembly of the top of the playfield. I do have some of those posts, though, that I want to clean up, do a better job of cleaning them up before they go back into the playfield. We can at least look at some of those lane guides, and I'll have to get my camera out and look and see what goes where. Pieces like this, they polished up really well. I just dropped something, I can tell. It's an acorn piece. Ooh. Alright, let's get that cleaned up a little bit more. We just have some of that residual dust. Get those screws off. Hopefully I didn't lower my playfield and leave my screwdriver under the playfield, did I? Do you believe? I believe it if I did. There it is, down on the floor. What I may do is put the posts in that have just the flat screw heads, not the ones that have the nuts on them, because those I want to do a better job of cleaning before they go back in. Can you even see what I'm doing? Oh crap, I don't have a camera that's in there. I'm doing the ball kick out metal piece, this guy right here. That looked really nice. Just putting it back in place. So the bumper caps are back here. One lit, 101 lit, and who knows? It's a star. Let's go find those LED light bulbs, huh? Got our warm white Comet LED light bulbs. Start getting those plugged in, make sure our sockets are healthy. Give them a nice wiggle. Now this is not their current production, as you can tell. The newer productions have the white or the yellow band or a warm white band on there. This is a batch just slightly before. So no difference other than the color. So that socket's a little bit deeper. I guess it will go in just fine. Those sockets are deeper for whatever reason. That's it. Okay. Good. Oh, missed one right here. I have a socket to work on. No, that one's good. I hate compromised sockets because then the lights start flickering and that looks no good. Alright, that's all for our GI. Feature lights we're going to do a little bit later. I have to pull my phone out here and look at the tents and everything. Let me get some more supplies. Alright, so what I'm going to do, we're about an hour and a half. I think I'll call that good for now. We got the lights on the playfield. The playfield's been cleaned up, and I think I'll do the back box in LEDs as well. I gotta find those. I'm a little bit disorganized. It's been a long week. I got my tents right here. We're gonna put those over here, and I think we'll do another recording for that later. So I will see you guys later.